Tricking Jason's Chain!
So this past Thursday, President Obama, issued a memo to ICE, the Immigration and Customs Enforcement officers. In the memo, he directs ICE agents to use, and quote, prosecutorial discretion with regards to enforcing immigration laws. This discretion is really an enforcement term for, well, don't enforce. I've heard this before in my time working with law enforcement. In fact, it's been used against me once or twice, but we won't go there. Rather than eliminating or changing laws, officers and agents are told by the people above them in the adminisphere on whom to apply the laws to, as in only people we say and nobody else. That's what discretion really means. In reality, this memo is Obama saying, the DREAM Act failed, and I'm losing the Hispanic vote. So you're only going to enforce the laws as if the act had passed. That's right. This is a backdoor, back alley, back-asswards amnesty bill. I say back-asswards because our three branches of government obviously were designed on how to pass, enforce, and review laws. Congress writes them, the president enforces them, and judges decide if they're in line with the Constitution. Now, in a perfect world, that's exactly how laws would become a part of our lives. What Obama is doing is using his executive powers to not enforce, rather than enforce, the laws Congress has passed, which essentially is the same thing as writing a new law. And by doing so, he's usurping the power of the legislative branch altogether. So one man is writing his own laws for everybody. And what does that sound like? What does that sound like? Oh yeah, I know. A dictator. Now, some of you might be thinking, but what's the problem if these immigrants are working and paying their taxes and contributing to society? And to that I have one word answer. Trespassing. Imagine this. You come home from a 2-week vacation with your family. You pull in the driveway, you unload the car, kids are screaming in the background. You walk into your house, and you see some dude on your lazy boy watching your TV off of the satellite you paid for and eating the food you purchased for your family. But then you also notice that the floor has never been cleaner, the dishes are washed, the lawn is cut, and thankfully he cleaned out your browser history before your wife realizes what Cam 4 really was. Do you kick him out? And maybe even kick his ass? Or do you let him stay? Sure, he's costing you money and living off your resources, but he's doing the work you would rather not do. Really, the question doesn't come down to what he did do, but what he didn't do. He didn't ask your permission to be there. And that's enough for me to make the decision. Obama's immigration policy said federal officials do not have to deport illegal aliens if they are enrolled in any type of education program, or if their family members are in the military, or even if they're pregnant or nursing. But they still broke the law, didn't they? These people are not undocumented like the left-wing media has us think. They're illegal. No matter where they go to school, how many family members join the military, or even if mommy's mammaries produce super-duper cancer-fighting milk, they broke federal law. And being here without permission is the law. They're no different than a convict that breaks out of prison and lives for years as a model citizen. He's still a fugitive, and that will always be above and beyond any good he may do. You can agree with me, or not, but if you don't, it just proves you're a leftist commie pinko failing to pick up co-eds by sipping on your soy latte, reading Noam Chomsky while wearing a Che Guevara t-shirt.